Hi, Jerry Corley here, aka the Joke Doctor, standupcomedyclinic.com, with another episode of Ask the Joke Doctor. This episode is an extension to the previous episode about organizing your jokes. In this episode, I'm going to show you a further way to sort of identify your jokes by keeping them all on the same page. This is one great thing about Google Docs. You can do that. So if you wanted to keep all your jokes on one document, because in the previous video, I show you how to take each joke and put them on a separate document so you can look them up individually. In this video, I'm going to show you how to put all of your jokes on one document, multiple pages of sort of labeled bits or labeled jokes within a whole bunch of pages, and then identify each title or each label, and then link to that. And it's sort of like a table of contents, so that you can then look at this list, look it up, click it, and it'll open up to that part of the document that has the joke. So let me show you how to do that. Let's go behind the computer right now. Okay, so here we are in Google Docs, right? And here is this document. I just made this particular document and I labeled it, I gave it a title of Jokes 2021. It isn't all the jokes I have for 2021, but it's just for this demo. But say if you want to take a document, a Google document, and just put all your material in there. And I would suggest this to everybody. Don't just keep it up here, because years are going to go by or time is going to go by and you're going to forget that bit and one segment of that bit that you're like, man, that was good. Then you go back and look at it. You go, wow, how come I've been leaving that part out of my act? So it's great to have a draft of all your material and think about it later on. You could even turn it into a book, as has every top performer. They've taken their material over the years and turned them into books. So that's a possibility as well. Then the job's already done for you. So there's two ways you can get this material. You can either like just write the jokes, write the jokes and put them on the document, or you can take audio of you performing the jokes and transcribe that material using like Otter.ai. That's an app you can get for your phone. You can also get the software, and you can use it free on the web here, Otter.ai. I'll put a link to that in the description. Now, so here's the list of jokes. Here's how you take this, and this video is going to show you how to take all your material, put it on one document, and label it using headers. So you'll notice in Google Docs, they take this body text right here, and you go over to the style bar or the toolbar here, and you go to styles, and this is listed as normal text. And that's how I've let Google know what I want my normal text to be, is an Arial font at 12 points. So, but I can take this section right here, the label, and I've indicated that's going to be called heading 3. Now, with heading 3, the great thing about that is, say, for example, I have typed out what I want the heading to look like. Say, for example, I change this heading and I make it Times New Roman 14. Now I can say, go over to heading 3. I want to make that heading 3. So I'll highlight it and heading 3 and say, I want all my heading 3s to be Times New Roman. So I can go heading 3 and go update heading 3 to match what you just typed. So I can do that. Now all heading 3s down here have turned into Times New Roman, but I like it to keep it very uniform for myself. So I want to make these headings Arial font or Proxima Nova. That's I can do that, Proxima Nova for right now. So if I want to make it Arial, let me find more fonts. I'm going to change the Arial font, 14 points for a heading. Now I want to make that heading 3. I'm going to go back down to heading 3 and go update heading 3 to match the Arial font. Boom. Now that you'll see all the headings now have changed back to Arial font, 14 points. So now that's just a little trick that's fun to know about. Now, it's important, if you keep all your jokes on a Google Doc, that you label each section or each bit with a header. This is how you can organize your material. Now with that header, if you'll notice over here on the left, you'll see the document outline. If I open that up, everything, the title, it goes from title, it's almost running its own little table of contents here, right? And it'll like identify each of those pieces. Now, wine connoisseur is right now in a normal body font. So if I go down to that one, girlfriend wine connoisseur, and I highlight it, I want to make that I want to change that into a header. I'm going to go from normal text, go to heading 3. Now it's a header. Now, what I want to do is I want to take all the material that I've had in this Google Doc, and I want to be able to put it in a table of contents. So I create a table. We go over here. Here's a master list, a joke master list of all of those labels and material, right? So these can be either linked to single documents, or they can do what I just showed you, go into a Google Doc where you have all of your material. Now you're sort of listing it by header or chapter or whatever you want to call it. So now I'm going to go back out into my master list. Now I already did this once. I want to change it again. So I'm going to take this and I'm just like going to say girlfriend wine connoisseur, and I'll break that. I'm going to break that link, and I'm going to get rid of that right there. So a girlfriend wine connoisseur, and I'm going to also do that with wife jokes about her. Take that link, and I'm going to undo the link so there's no link. So this is like if you just type this in to this section, right? So let's go back over to the document. Here's girlfriend wine connoisseur. And I know I want to create a bit and call it girlfriend wine connoisseur. So I'm going to take this particular bit, right? So girlfriend wine connoisseur, I'm going to highlight the heading. Then I'm going to right click the heading, scroll down on the drop down menu to link. And the link is going to show up. If you scroll all the way down, there's something called headings and bookmarks. So I want this part of the document to be a link. So it's going to go right to link to girlfriend / wine connoisseur. So I'll choose that heading right there. Now that is a link. That's what it's done. Now I'm going to go here and I'm going to right click and copy that link. So copy URL link. Now I'm going to go over to my material and I'm going to enter this into my table. So I enter it there, right? Now I'm going to highlight that text that I just typed in, make sure it's all highlighted. I'm going to right click it and I'm going to insert the link. So that little drop down pops up, paste or search or paste link here. So I'm just going to Control V, or I'd paste, right click and paste. Now I'll click apply. Now that's girlfriend wine connoisseur. Let's just refresh this page, just as if we'd like just opened up the document. So now we have this sort of a table of contents joke master list. We scroll down and go, oh yeah, girlfriend wine connoisseur. What is that bit? Now I click it. It opens up a little preview. Now I can say open the preview. So I'll click that. Now watch what happens. It opens the document. Didn't open it at the top of the document. It opened the document with girlfriend wine connoisseur highlighted. So now we can go right to that bit and read what it is. So this is a very cool way to store your material using sort of the embedded headers in a massive Google document with all of your bits in there. So thanks to one of the comments I got on YouTube, I'll write that in. I thanked him in the comments. I forget his name off the top of my head, but he's the one that said there's also a way to do use headers or to link to certain parts of your document. So that is one way to do it, is using headers, heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, heading 4, and it all, like you see, was able to show up in that table of contents over here, and sort of keeps track of it that way. And also think about it that way. If you take your Google Docs and your Google Doc with all your material and you write it all out, right, and you use headers for each bit to label each bit, you can actually search it in your outline over to the left. So an excellent device, excellent tool. Plus, when it's on Google Docs, it's stored in the cloud, so which is redundancy storage all across the world in different server farms that feed to different parts of the world. The odds of losing this material are slim, whereas the odds of a hard drive crashing, it's not about if, it's about when. So I've lost like 4 different hard drives with crucial material on it. So this is one way to store it, and it stores instantly. You don't have to click save, and it's easy to search. So a little technique to help you to find your material if you decide to write it all and keep it all in one document. So I hope this gave value to your day and makes your joke writing more organized and more efficient. And I look forward to seeing you guys again soon. Take care. Bye-bye. In the meantime, remember, if you have any questions about comedy writing, you can hit me up on Twitter at, my handle is @JokeDoctor, and hit it with the hashtag of AskTheJokeDoctor. And if you enjoy the videos you see here, feel free to subscribe. And you're going to see that bell that shows up right to the right of that. Hit that bell, and that way you get the reminders when I upload new videos. Bye-bye.